And now a sermon entitled, Why Emissions Trading? Emissions trading is a proven, efficient, effective system for reducing emissions of global pollutants from large direct emitters. The emission reductions can be accomplished at minimum cost to the economy. Emissions trading establishes a commercial marketplace for emission reductions, which quickly locates and rewards the lowest cost emission reduction technologies and activities. Ultimately, the cost of these emission reductions is borne by the customers of the CAP facilities. However, this cost is minimized by market forces in a lively market for allowances and offsets. In an efficient emissions trading system, some CAP facilities cannot reduce their emissions enough to meet regulatory requirements during retirement. They will need to buy and retire additional allowances and offsets. When they buy allowances and offsets, they will seek the lowest prices available. This desire to find the lowest prices rewards the lowest cost emission reduction technologies and activities. From the government's point of view, an emissions trading system is easier to enforce than the traditional command and control of environmental management. In a well-designed cap and trade system, the government does not tell any CAP facility how many kilotons of pollutant that facility will be allowed to emit. The only regulatory requirements are 1. Monitoring and reporting of emissions, 2. Retirement of one allowance or offset for each emitted kiloton of pollutant. Emissions trading gives options to CAP facilities. The directors of a CAP facility which does not receive enough allowances to equal its forecast emissions may choose to change industrial processes or install new equipment to reduce emissions. Or the directors may choose to buy additional allowances and offsets on the emissions trading market to cover the difference between allocation and retirement. These options are useful to large industrial facilities which require many years of planning to make large changes in processes and equipment. Emissions trading is an effective environmental management system for global emissions of global pollutants which are harmful on a global scale but benign on a local or individual scale. For example, global emissions from millions of sources of carbon dioxide are a serious contributor to global warming. However, the emission of carbon dioxide from a single chimney is not, by itself, harmful to the environment. Emissions trading is not a suitable environment management system for toxic substances, for example, mercury. This presentation does not describe the cap, how big should it be year by year, rules for allowance allocation, banking of allowances and offsets, rewards for early action, rules for creation of offsets, trading with other emissions trading systems, discounting or limiting of offsets, cogeneration, or leakage. Enerhope will describe these features of its greenhouse gas emissions trading system in future presentations. Here is a list of high-quality, internet-accessible general descriptions of emissions trading. The systems described in these references may or may not agree exactly with the Enerhope system. This presentation has been brought to you by www.enerhope.com. The Mysteries of Emissions Trading Unraveled. A free course in emissions trading, including a glossary of terminology, is available from the Enerhope.com website.